and welcome to the YTN Summer Sports Broadcasting Camp. I am Triston Higgins.
And I am Grant Conroy. This week at the YTN camp, it has been such a blast. On this edition of the YTN, we have a lot of great segments that I am sure you are going to enjoy.
That's right, Grant. We do have an outstanding show. And the cool thing is about the camp is that all the work you see is what we produce. Let's get started. Our very own Anton had an opportunity to interview the president of Santa Margarita, and that is Mr. Sulik.
Hi guys, Anton Hagen here, and here are some thoughts of the coronavirus affecting people. Roll the clips. How did the coronavirus affect you?
Oh, the coronavirus affected me greatly. The first thing is when you think about Santa Margarita, you think about all of our kids. I think first about our seniors who are going to graduate. Obviously, they're graduating in a couple weeks, but I think about our seniors and the activities that they lost in the spring since we've been out since March 13th. When I think about our spring sports programs, obviously their seasons were cut short, and I think we had some really talented kids and coaches and sports programs in the spring that were going to be very successful and bring home some championships. But I think that the normal experience of high school is for us to be around each other in a high school environment and socially, and I think it was really hard for us to be isolated that long. And I'm also very sad for all the people that got sick, but especially for the people that have died from this. And I think it's something we have to take seriously and has really changed the world. We haven't seen anything like this since the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918, so it's been 102 years. So it's definitely impacted Santa Margarita significantly.
Yeah, that really sucks. So how did the coronavirus affect you?
Well, me and my friends and I, we've gotten more used to communicating through on like social platforms, so like House Party and Instagram. We're talking a lot more on there.
Okay. So how did the coronavirus affect you?
Well, the coronavirus affected me in that it taught me to appreciate a lot of things that we didn't get to appreciate prior, maybe not. So it taught me to appreciate spending time with my family and friends. It taught me to appreciate all the things that we have the ability to do, like get out of the house and go to restaurants and go to gyms and do things that we would normally do on a regular basis. So now that we can't, or we couldn't during quarantine, it made me really appreciate those things.
Yeah. Well, those were some great clips. My opinion is that the coronavirus affected mostly all of us, like me. Can't really do any sports and hang out with a lot of my friends. And yeah, that's really it.
Thanks, Anton, and you're right, the coronavirus does suck. Hopefully things will get better soon. Moving on, sports leagues all over the world have been affected by the pandemic.
They certainly have been disrupted. My brother Quinn loves basketball, and he has been missing basketball. Quinn is here to update us on the NBA and the start of the season again.
Breaking news, I am Quinn Conroy, and I'm excited to announce that the National Basketball Association's CEO, Adam Silver, announced on May 10th, 2020 that the NBA is going to stay open and play their games this year, even during this pandemic. Adam Silver said even though the NBA is going to play again, they will stay more cautious and have more rules to stay safe. The NBA has decided that the end of the season showdown will be played in Orlando, Florida. This way, the players can stay safe from the virus because they don't have to travel. This is also good because the players can keep their full focus on the game. But on the other hand, college students now have to wait a whole nother year before drafts in the NBA take place. Well, you might be asking yourself, how does Orlando, Florida have this much room to hold all these games? Well, actually, Orlando actually has a population of 285,713 people, which is a lot for a city in the U.S. The question I've been asking myself for about a month now is, will the NBA let fans come to their games and risk spreading the virus? Even though it's not safe, I know the people of America will want to go to the games because they have been bored in quarantine for 5 months. The big question is if the U.S. wants to lower the case levels of COVID-19 in America, why do they allow the NBA to keep playing this? The NBA allows to play, but they lower the amount of teams, which is only 22 instead of 30, which doesn't really make sense to me. The teams will start playing on my birthday, July 30th. They will continue to play in through August. Then the teams will make their way to a final 18. that will be cut down to a final 2 teams in the 2020 NBA Finals. I am so excited for that. Are you? Thank you, Adam Silver, for letting the NBA stay open. Basketball is the best sport to watch and play. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm Quinn. See you next time on Breaking News.
That's a great update, Quinn. We all hope the NBA continues again. With the season stopping a couple of months ago, we all had a chance to look back at some classic basketball action. Grant did his homework, and here is his top 5 NBA teams.
Hello, my name is Grant, and this is my top 5 NBA teams of all time. There's so many legendary teams, but some of them stick out more than others. Starting off with number 5, we have the 1964-1965 Boston Celtics with Sam Jones, John Havlicek, and the great Bill Russell. From 1957 to 1969, this team won 11 championships, including 8 straight from 1959 to 1966. This team won so many times, but they weren't higher up on the list because the league was different back then and has since evolved. Next, as number 4, we have the 2010-2011 Miami Heat with Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and the King, LeBron James. This team only won in 2006, 2012, and 2013, but between LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, they had one of the most solid squads of all time. Number 3, we have the 1986-1987 Los Angeles Lakers with Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This team won in 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988. They definitely deserved the spot because they had the all-time highest point scorer and perhaps the greatest point guard ever. Now, for number 2, we have the 2017-2018 Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant. This team made it to the NBA Finals 5 times in a row between 2015 and 2019. Although they lost in 2016 and 2019 due to injuries, in the 2015-2016 season, they put up the greatest season record of all time, going 73-9 without Kevin Durant. This dynasty could have lasted longer, but Durant left. Last but not least, I think the greatest team of all time, we have the 1995-1996 Chicago Bulls, led by Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman. They won in 91, 92, 93, 96, 97, and 98. They won 3 times in a row, twice with the gap in between due to the fact that Jordan retired and then came back. Jordan, in my opinion, is the greatest of all time, which is because he won 6 straight NBA titles and was completely unstoppable. How do your top 5 compare to mine? Do you agree with me? Do you think the 1985-86 Celtics deserve a spot on this list? There's no right answer. Once again, I'm Grant. Now, back to the studio.
Grant, that was definitely a solid list. Great job.
Thanks, Tristan. I understand you like the NFL and you have some football tips. I can't wait to see what you have for us.
Hi guys, my name's Anton, this is
Tristan, and we're going to be showing you 3 tips for football. The first tip is we're going to show you how to catch a ball. The second tip is we're going to show you how to pass a ball. And the third tip is we're going to show you how to juke someone out. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so our first tip is going to be catch. So to catch the ball, you have to catch it like this. Instead of like catching it with your body. It's going to look like this. And so most people catch it, they like kind of bring it into them, but what you want to do is catch it and like kind of like cover it up.
Okay, now I'm going to be showing you how to throw the football correctly. Okay, so first you're going to hold the ball, like see all these stitches right here? You're going to put all your fingers on this, and one of your fingers is going to be right here, and your thumb is going to go on the bottom of the ball. So you're going to get it like this. I usually put my hand right here, and then I throw and try to, like, before you let your whole hand go, take your thumb off and just make it twist so it goes to a spiral. Okay, first let's show you how to do it. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you how to juke someone out. There's 2 ways to do it. Let me show you the first way. The first way, you're going to put your foot this way, so they go this way, but then you're just going to go like this really fast. And the second way is just to spin. And the way the spin could help you is because if you're playing flag football, your flag is on your waist, right? So they would spin and they can't really grab them to get past them, and then you could just keep running. So I'm gonna show you the first one now. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to spin. And those are 3 tips for today. See you next time.
Thanks, Tristan. Those were 3 great tips. Now all we need is a football to come back. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of the YTN Broadcasting Camp. Tristan, it was fun hosting the show with you.
And it was cool doing the show with you. I certainly hope all of you enjoyed our show today. For Grant, I'm Tristan saying so long for now.
So long, everyone, and we'll see you again